getting ready for the change of the hour. Triangle's being used as much as the last one was, just really grinding back and forth all the way to the tip. Now, funny enough, the tip itself is at the imbalance. Wouldn't surprise me to see us be outside of the triangle, returning back for the imbalance. But it does shine a light a little bit on this level. You know, moving away from the bar to get back to it for the imbalance is not so bad. A couple B points are up in there. They've already been hit though. And I mean, just like we did the last one, we came back to the tip. We could do something similar. It's perfectly normal. Be away from the imbalance so we can return back to the middle area. Like this chunk of people here, like they're in trouble, which is okay. It reminds me of exactly what it was doing in the middle of the night with the head and shoulders and then the big swoop. I can see on the 15 seconds very much like that. It's got that vibe to it for sure, which is a reversal thing, so kind of interesting. They're trying it now, I can see. Put some emphasis on this line. Could be the reason to get back to the triangle, but we have plenty of time for the imbalance, so I'm curious about that. Typically it would happen from beyond the head too, so that's another thing. Very curious about that. Attack in the head. This was the intriguing point from the middle of the night. So interesting, it's working. Wow. The initial positive response. Intriguing. So just remember in this pattern, like the head and shoulders plays out and then comes back to be attacked at the head and then makes the same pattern again. But this brought it back to that one. So we've made this pattern right here. You know, if it wants to produce that, that'd be great. But at the moment that it comes back to this like area, it's too good to make sure it's safe, you know? That's like the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders that gets attacked and then whoosh, and we're doing that same thing. You know, it did this. Well, it's certainly trying. Never seen it before, and only because I was awake at 2 o'clock in the morning did I see that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And here it is again on the 15 second, almost unnoticeable for anybody that didn't see it so clearly in the after hour session. Now it's like very, very clear on the short term. It's looking good, it's looking good. It's a beautiful move. Beautiful movement. What can I say? Hey, triangle. That's the best way to do that, in my opinion. I'm done with it. Just to see if we're paying attention. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. An impressive little move there. The 261s have been really predominant today, so curious about like something like that. Same distance on the bottom, maybe on the top. So like it totally did the thing. Sorry, it just went did the move. I mean, it wasn't really huge or nothing. The 261's going to be dealt with in the future, but like up then sideways kind of vibe, because we're coming off of a 630 point dip. So, and my circle, as rudimentary as it may seem, like basic, it's kind of serious. If we start chopping on top of here, I wouldn't be surprised if we got paddle pattern, like choppy, 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 and it's like all the 61 choppy, choppy, and we just wipe it all out back to the tip of the triangle, back to the 188 more likely, but still, tip of the triangle is an option. So if it could, then it should be allowed. Because, you know, the other side is fighting for a position on the other side of the red-yellow line, or trying to buy into a fake break, and that's just uncomfortable. You know, you don't want to do that. The right shoulder to this left shoulder as well. That's kind of like what we're doing. But hey, the imbalance, like we're doing it from the circle basically. I mean, it's trying. I'll give it a break. Imbalance. They specifically came down to do the imbalance. The circle I'm taking off because, I mean, it did the thing it's supposed to do. From the moment it did it, like, you know, what I posted in the chat was the fact that it's a similar pattern showing on the 15-second smaller version leading to the imbalance into the middle. Yeah, leading to imbalance in the middle, all the way from down there. Very, very good. Very great strategic method. Like, because at the end of the day, the red-yellow line is the most valuable thing, and they didn't want anyone to have it, especially from that consolidation. This is one way to get rid of a lot of those people. Anybody that's holding from any other low prior to that has just been waiting. Yeah, we just crushed a 261 on the break of the red-yellow line on that one there. Yeah, that'll become a new B point, fresh point. That's the closing bell right there. The last B point of the day was hit off of a 141, but I'm like, okay. Tomorrow we will see if that replicates itself. We return back to the point of the imbalance too. Still very interesting movement. I expect all those lines to re-break in the future. They returned everyone back to the middle, but yeah, we'll re-break all these lines again in the future.